worst video quality. I'm gonna see if I can remember this whole song. It's very late. I'm drunk. Okay. I just saw this image posted out front of my building as I came in tonight at 4 in the morning on Halloween weekend 2013. I just saw this sign for a yard sale in front of our house, in front of our apartment building. There's no yard there at all. It's always referred to as a stoop sale locally. So here's the lyric. Let me see. I nearly blew right by in my hurry to the subway when I heard someone say, "Isn't autumn lovely?" As I stopped to observe that this was correct to the proprietor, I couldn't help but inspect the folding table by the railing, laden with her goods. Ashtray made of metal, little angel made of wood, hand mirror with the handle broken, still pretty nice, wall wart to charge telephone, trays to make ice. The advice of my neighbor, go ahead, take your time, we'll negotiate price on whatever you find. Then, shining in the detritus, I saw the slightest hint of something precious. Began to feel the slightest little tingle in my innards. I was like, "What's that?" Then her bare-toothed chuckle. It's a buckle for a strap on a hat, like a lady wears to court or church, but it holds a special property. I'll tell you how it works. It was a stoop sale, which is a garage sale if you live in Brooklyn, which I do. And at the stoop sale, which is like a yard sale except that it's in Brooklyn, I got my due. Somehow I knew she was serious. I reached to pick it up, but she stayed my hand. Her reprimand, it was abrupt. Her reprimand, it was abrupt. That little trinket, she said, grants wishes. It could make everything you ever eat delicious. It could take away concern so that you could sleep at night. Make the love of your life and you reunite. Could right wrongs done in your past or in your future. Make a winner out of whoever owns it roots for. But it only ever does one thing. When you take possession of it, that's the wish to which it clings. So think very carefully before we make a deal. If there's anything impossible you'd like to make real, if there's anything improbable you'd like to assure, it'll happen. That's when you have to endure the regret that accompanies said decision-making, all the other wishes in the world that you've forsaken at the stoop sale, which is a garage sale if you live in Brooklyn, which I do. And at the stoop sale, which is like a yard sale, except that it's in Brooklyn, I got my due. Could it be true? I wondered. As I stared at the clasp, would some skills on the microphone be too much to ask? Had a couple dark notions that involved revenge, fame, glory, money. Fame, glory, money, people love me, and it never ends. Shook these from my head as they were so much sleep, thought instead that I'd pretend that I was so much deep as to offer every human in the world true peace, so that we never kill each other, never get cooties. Never kill each other, never get cooties, never go hungry, suffer shelterlessness. This generosity I felt compelled to dismiss by my greed to see an old friend back living. But if I go the wrong direction, could I ever be forgiven? As I stood daydreaming, somebody got a hold of this little brass buckle, and they must have been so bold as to put it in their pocket without it getting bought. Saw him do it. He was wishing that he'd never get caught. All at the stoop sale, which is a garage sale if you live in Brooklyn, which I do, and at the stoop sale, which is like a yard sale except that it's in Brooklyn, I got my due. That's the whole lyric. I had a couple spots where I had to stop and think about it. And that's why I do not drink before I go on stage. Stumble over lyrics.